Hello and welcome to another new episode of Dwarf Fortress. As I said in the last episode, I was going to leave the game running for a bit and let the dwarves hold things. Well, as soon as I ended the recording, a caravan came in, so I thought I better record that. So the caravan has come, meaning that Awesome has arrived and our liaison from the dwarven nation has arrived and is here to talk to us about our needs and such. To see what it is that we will be needing, and also we got migrants and the caravan is coming bringing goods so that we for the first time can show the trading system. Let's start by looking at the dwarves that we got. Read dwarves. Okay, we got one. I think we need to let the game run for a little bit so they all enter the map first. Yeah, the caravans, as you can see, entering. There we go, entering trade post like that. That's good. Okay, so dwarf therapist, read dwarves. Did we really only get one? Really? And what is it then? Farmer, cheesemaker. This is not really a good dwarf either. Ooh, that's a bit of a shame. Okay, I guess you can do some carpentry and some masonry. Stone detailing, why not? Stone crafting, like that. Sure. You can be a craft dwarf. Sure. There we go. Okay, so now that we have got our first traders for the game, I'm actually going to show you how to do this. So we're going to click Q for building things. Move goods to and from the depot. So what can we trade? Let's see here. I don't want to trade food. Garden vegetables, nah. Drinks, no. Weapons, weapon bin. I don't think I want to trade away weapons. That I need. Cloth, no. Stone blocks, no, don't want that. I don't think we really have anything that you would want, which is a shame. I guess they can bring that there. You can have the dwarves bring the bit of different items there, and then you can decide if you want to trade anything. This is just having them haul the item to the trade depot. It's not actually trading it away. So you still have an option to do that. Going to have that brought there. Yes, I actually think we have rather a lot of beer. I might as well put a few beer barrels there just to see if I can get any finished goods. Sure. Okay, so that should be fine. They are going to haul the things in there. I think they prioritize this as it is a trading job. So let's just have a look. So they're going to bring that there. They're going to bring it to the trade depot, and then we can, however, trade a dwarf, go there and negotiate, and then trade away our things. But now, I am your liaison from the mountain homes. Let's discuss your situation. Latest news from Scar Furnace is that a few months ago the site was conquered by the demon of quests. Okay. That's interesting. So a demon has apparently conquered some place, and someone became a mayor. So that's interesting. So now we know that. So let's have a look at the conversation here. What would we want from them? Well, I think I will be requesting that they bring. I don't think we need metal. It would be fine. A little bit of iron, why not? Copper, maybe. Copper is quite useful. I don't want gems. Don't need an anvil. You can go through the list and there's basically everything in here that you can create in the game, and then you can have them bring it, or you can prioritize something and then they will be more likely to bring it. They are not guaranteed to bring it, but the more you prioritize it, the more likely they are to bring it, and the more costly the item will be. But I do not think we need any of this. Drinks. We can have them bring a bit of drink, ale, so we can buy that. Let's see, meat, no. Okay, just thread plants. I think if I can find it, I will ask that they bring. What was it? Yes, seeds. I don't think you can find seeds though. I think you have to buy the fruits and vegetables first, and then create seeds from that. No, there, no. Did I see wrong? I did read wrong. plants. Here we go. Plump helmet, sure. Bring that. That's a good fruit. I think it's a mushroom actually, but still. Garden vegetables. Nah. No, I think that's fine. That's what we'll want from them. Okay, so click done. So, let's see here. Now we can see here, okay, prices, blah blah blah. Okay, so it's going to be quite a little bit more expensive to buy copper bars and iron bars from them, but that's fine. So what would they ask of us? They want tan hides, quite a lot, goblets, amulets, large gems, musical instruments, seeds, legwares, quivers, fish, leather, water skin. That's interesting. Okay, so I think actually goblets is the easiest thing to do of these things. Tanned hide would require a hunter. I don't think we have a hunter at the moment. Oh, we actually got 2 dwarves. That's nice. Good. Just put some things here. I don't know if we're going to do anything, but there we go. So let's see. What was I looking for? I was looking for hunting. I think there's tanning. We have a good tanner at least. That's something. Where is it? I'm just missing it probably. There it is, hunting. You can be a hunter and a trapper, why not? Meaning that he will, I think if he has hunting turned on, he will hunt himself. I'm not really sure how this works because I don't usually do it. But if we have a hunter, then we will be more likely to get some hides which we can then tan and sell and earn a bit of a profit off of them. I don't think we will be creating legwear or quivers or fish. It's mostly goblets, I think. Maybe leather water skins, we shall see. Okay, so that's the liaison. He leaves. We can still trade though. I will now request that the trader goes there so we can actually trade. I'm actually going to go here into the crafts dwarf shop and say, you don't have goblets, do you? Can you make them out of wood? No. Bone? No. Wait, what was that? No. Shell? I actually think mugs are more or less like goblets because I'm not sure what else it would be. So no, I'm not going to create anything. It's fine. I think these are still needing construction, yes. So they are working away. I think they have brought things. I cannot trade yet, as the broker has not yet decided to walk over. Oh, I'm actually bringing a bin. Okay. Looking ahead, you can see as autumn is falling, the trees are changing color, which is nice. It's really a nice little touch to the game. And as you can see here, as I may have mentioned at some point, the trees, when I started playing with just one Z level, they are currently can go up quite high. As you can see here, it's really nice that they added that. You get a lot more wood from trees, although don't have to chop down as much. It just saves time. It's more realistic, so it's really nice. I like it. Ginkgo seeds apparently. Okay. So I will actually slate this one to be removed as well, and that one. Mechanics workshop. We need mechanics workshop down here. Mechanic workshops down here. Of course we do. Yes. Yay! We got kittens. Speaking of kittens, that's actually a really interesting way to lose the game. What it's referred to is cat explosion. What this basically mean is that you have so many cats that they reproduce and make new kittens so fast that the game will be forced to do a lot, and I mean a lot, of pathfinding for all of the kittens at the same time, resulting in a drop of FPS, which then creates or then makes the game unplayable, as it will be running at maybe 5 FPS or something like that. Which actually means that butchering a few kittens now and then is recommended, just to make sure that your game doesn't die of FPS death. It's just something to keep in mind. If you like cats, maybe you don't bring cats, I think, because it's a bit bit of an embarrassing way to lose the game, I think. Well, embarrassing, but you know what I mean, so... It's just something to be on the lookout for. At the moment we just have 4 cats. And as you can see here, you can actually put an owner to them, but cats are uninterested. And meaning that you cannot... the cats will actually adopt an owner, not the other way around. You will here have to toggle them to available, and then someone will own it and have a pet and be really happy about it. The downside of this is of course that you can't butcher the cat or the animal, which is sad, because if you need more meat or something, you cannot butcher as an animal if everything is taken as a pet. And that's something to keep in mind. Just keep in mind. Okay, actually going to go to noble screen here. What do we need? We need a manager actually. We need an organizer, there we go. Broker, do we have a broker? That's why we're not getting anyone to trade it, but we don't have a broker. And if I remember correctly, you actually want someone who is an appraiser, because then you will get a price value for the items. If you don't have it, then you will have to guess more or less what they will be willing to trade. And you would have to guess in such a way that they end with they get more money than you do, basically. And if you have an appraiser, then you will see a price for them, for the items, and you will be much easier to compare them. You can do it either way, but I like having the price indicator. I'm actually going to create a dining room now as well. There's a limited size to rooms, but however it will fit nicely. I'm going to size that room. It will be a meeting hall, so they will come in here and they will, well, they will eat here and they will stay in the dining hall when not doing anything else. So let's see. Now we can trade. Nice. Okay. I actually do have that. Okay, it's good. It's apparently enough that the bookkeeper is an appraiser. So let's see what you brought. I actually like this new trading screen. The old trading screens were a lot more confusing. This is a lot bigger and easier to look at, so that's nice. I actually also think that all of these bins didn't open up this way, so that's a nice little touch. Okay, platinum bars. No, we don't need that. Do we need any of these? Sheepwool? No. Iron toy hammer. Do we need that? Not really. Silver flasks. That seems like a luxury. No. Nickel cage. We don't need cages at the moment, and we can create them anyways. Dwarven ale barrel. We actually have quite a lot of drinks, so I don't think we need to trade these. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Steel warhammer. Silver warhammers, by the way, is actually as good as steel, because silver is quite a heavy metal. However, if you create swords out of silver, I believe that they are slightly worse, just because they are slightly softer metal and they don't keep the edges as much. But maces are just fine because they are quite heavy. Golden hammers and maces are also quite fine. Just something to keep in mind. Copper crossbow seems odd to create it out of metal, but what do I know? Right mission. Of course, you have to buy all of the clothes in pieces. You have to buy the right mitten, you have to buy the left mitten, and so on. It's really annoying sometimes. And as you can see here, they actually have these sort of greater than signs and minuses and whatnot. These actually indicate the quality of the item, if they are used and have started to decline, if they are valuable, if the craft's dwarf ship, I guess, is really extraordinaire, and so on. You can look at that, and if you have something good, as you can see here, for example, these have pluses on them, which means that they are quite exquisitely crafted. There's a chart on the Dwarf Fortress wiki, I believe, which you can look at. But it's just something to keep in mind. If they have a lot of things tacked on the ends, then they will probably cost a bit more because they are simply more valuable as a result of being created by good craft dwarves. So that's something to keep in mind. You don't need leather, I don't think. Well, you can buy a bit of leather actually, because they want... Well, that's weird actually. They wanted tanned hides and they're selling leather. Well, I guess you have to tan them to get that, so I guess we can buy this. I'll actually buy the whole bin, I think. Yes. And if you buy the bin, you get everything in it as well, so... I'm not actually just buying the bin. That would be quite ridiculous. Reindeer hoof figurine of dwarves, no. You can find a lot of the interesting things here. Rack tripe, okay. Let's buy some meat so they are not too unhappy with me. Some lobster, sure. Okay, lobster, that's fine. Plump helmets, we need these because we need the seeds, and the plump helmets actually create seeds when you eat them. So that's why we want them. Do we need anything else? Can't really see anything. They are selling quivers and they want to buy quivers. That seems nice. Cheese splints. Okay, that should be fun. Large steel pot. Just buy. This is a really exquisite iron minecart, by the way. So, as you can see, it costs 1850. It's an iron minecart. But just because the craft dwarves were really good at what they did, they managed to create a really nice iron minecart, and therefore they can sell it for quite a bit of money. So that's something. So let's see here, what can we sell them? We can sell them some cloth, we can sell them some quivers. What's this? Fiber rope, I actually want those things. We will sell them some nice limestone blocks. This is actually worth 110, so why not? A copper battle axe, I will keep that. I can actually sell... let's see here. I can sell some cloth, why not? You can see it down there at the left hand side at the bottom. Their traders loss or gain. At the moment they would gain 16, I guess, money. I can sell them some beer actually instead of that, so... I think they might agree to a 30 trade. If you want to and you have an army, you can actually seize the marked things, which is not recommended. Unless you are prepared to having them... what's it called? Siege you. Because that is what they will do if you cross them. You can actually offer the selected item just to give them to them. Making them more happy, more likely to probably trade with you later. But I'm going to have these trading and then click T for trade. Ah, they agreed to it. Nice. That's actually fine. I'm going to go ahead and move these things out of here, and the trader no longer needs to be there, and they are going to take the things which are traded to me and bring them into the fortress. So this is basically how trading works. You just bring the items you are willing to trade away to the trade depot. You then select items which have more or less an equal value, making it slightly more in their favor, so they are willing to trade. And then you click trade. And if you have a good negotiation, then you will probably be able to get away with a little bit better trade on your side. Just to keep in mind. Also, as you can see here on the noble screen, you can see that these things, these people, dwarfs, require something. What do they require? They require a meager office. Why do they require it? Well, so they can do their paperwork and things. So, when you create rooms, actually a 1x3 room is enough for a dwarf, as it can fit a bed, a coffer, and I believe a... what is it called? A closet, so they can store their clothes and all the belongings and so on. And, well, you can do that and it's space efficient, sure, but I still like creating these nice little 3x3 rooms just so they have a bit more space. And before we end off this episode, I'm actually going to create a few rooms so that the dwarves will have some place to start working on. So, also to keep in mind, nobles want fancier rooms so they can have their offices and things in there. I'm actually going to create or have these corridors here, go into noble rooms, and down here they will go into the quote-unquote peasant rooms. So in order to create a noble room, I usually create them. I think I make sure they are more or less this size. Yes, they may look a little bit weird, sure, but noble rooms do look weird because nobles are weird. I'm going to create this as an office area where they have maybe armor stands and weapon stands and coffers and closets, and then in here be a little bit of a bedroom, and they can get a break in there like that. Yeah, I think this is absolutely fine. You don't need to create these big rooms. I just like having my nobles be happy because it makes everything go a lot smoother. If you look at the dwarven wikia, you can also find that everyone hates the noble dwarves because they are just annoying when they start imposing restrictions to your trading things and other nuisances. Is that the right size? Yes. It was not going to line up properly, so I'm hopeful this will. Hopefully. Don't know. Especially when you get a bigger fortress, you will get more and more fancy nobles, like mayor and then eventually a king, I think you can get if you are really good at it. And they will be imposing trade sanctions and restrictions, and it gets really annoying. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind. I'm going to need to make them even one smaller. God damn it, but they should still be fine. You get a 4x4 and a... what's that? A 4x4 room. A 2x4 and a 4x4 room. God damn it. There we go. So... this way they will be able to have some place to work, keep all their things, and also sleep. Because nobles need some places to sleep. That didn't actually help, did it? I just added another room. Well, that's fine. 6 rooms there. I will have to deal with the fact that they look a bit off. Yes, those rooms should still be sufficient. And yeah, that should be fine. I can create a few alcoves in here. Just no, this is still bugging me. I'm going to change this one more time. Okay, like that. And I am going to designate them here. And since I want the door in the middle, I am going to create them to a 5x4. In that case, I might as well have the door there. This is how their rooms will be. Now I'm settled for it. There we go. They are still going to be a lot larger than the common dwarfs' rooms, so hopefully it will still be fine and dandy. So not there. Here. There we go. The reason I did that like that is because then I can put in all of these nice little alcoves in which I can then put statues and whatnots. But there we go, we have 5 noble rooms, and I'm going to expand that into more later on, and then I'm going to build the peasant rooms down here. But that should be fine for now. So thank you very much everyone for watching another episode of Dwarf Fortress, and hopefully you will come back again and see our dwarves continue to live down below. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.